show them the money if you want to get things done.
Well, that's not what a friend of mine told me. Maybe you know him. His name is Abraham.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie bribing scenes.
Look, fellas, I have an idea. Why don't we just get Mr. Cole on the phone?
Hey, no, I have a better idea. Why don't we kick every single one of your asses, and then we go upstairs and kick Cole's ass too?
From drawing out information to shutting up mouthy individuals, these are the moments in cinema that are all about trading money for favors.
And I even like the color. The keys are in the ignition, Your Highness.
Sometimes the bribes go well, sometimes they spiral into absolute devastation. But no matter the circumstance, it's always interesting to see the gears turning and the money changing hands.
$7? Are you f***ing serious? This isn't enough for anything. What are you, a 6-year-old?
All I have.
Number 10. Getting past the bouncers, A Night at the Roxbury.
Yes? Man, works every time.
Yeah, I know.
You can't say the Butabi brothers lack determination.
Now remember, you can't come in.
In their ongoing quest to get into the famed Roxbury nightclub, Doug and Steve Butabi get it in their heads that bribing the club's bouncer is a valid option.
It's time to play a little softball.
It's certainly not the worst idea, except that what they offer the bouncer amounts to a few dollars and some spare change.
Well, that's not what a friend of mine told me. Maybe you know him. His name is Abraham.
What sells the comical desperation of the scene, though, is Michael Clark Duncan's unchanging stern expression. He never reacts positively or negatively, instead allowing the brothers to wear themselves out.
What about his two friends? George Washington and George Washington.
Number 9. Survival of the richest, Titanic.
Stay with this one, Murdoch. He seems to be quite practical.
In times of struggle, class and wealth don't guarantee your survival. Conniving nobleman Cal Hockley learned this for himself after he places a sizable amount of money into the pocket of Titanic crewman William Murdoch to ensure his rescue from the sinking ship.
We have an understanding then, Mr. Murdoch.
By Hockley's logic, Murdoch is precisely the sort of man to be swayed by the offer of money and the flaunting of power.
Get back, bastard! Get back!
Had a deal, Dad.
Unfortunately, Murdoch is not amused. But he's got other things on his mind, so his definitive response remains ambiguous. But don't worry, Cal gets his eventually.
Your money can't save you any more than it could save me.
Number 8. Paid to Lose, Pulp Fiction.
I think you're gonna find yourself one smiling motherfucker.
Sometimes the best offers are the slowly unveiled ones. Case in point, during the first chapter of Pulp Fiction, we are introduced to Butch, an aging boxer.
Ability don't last. And your days are just about over.
Butch listens to Marcellus Wallace, a local crime boss, in a quietly tense scene.
But that's a fact of life your ass is gonna have to get realistic about.
As Wallace brings up various topics, Butch's lack of success, the question of retirement, the effect of age on one's career, it becomes abundantly clear what we're witnessing is one man trying to persuade another.
Motherfuckers who thought their ass would age like wine. If you mean it turns to vinegar, it does.
By the time money is shown, there's no doubt what kind of deal is taking place.
You might.
Certainly appears so.
Number 7. He'll take the Rolls Royce. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
The keys are in the ignition, Your Highness.
Everyone has their price, but some demands are odder than others. Such is the case in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, when Nazi supporter Walter Donovan speaks with the Sultan of Hatay.
Rolls-Royce Phantom 2. 4.3-liter, 30 horsepower, 6-cylinder engine.
Needing to get the Nazis through the country, Donovan offers the finest in German treasures as a bribe. But the Sultan only has one thing on his mind: the Germans' Rolls Royce.
And I even like the color.
Donovan, being quite the smooth operator, willingly parts with the car, which makes the Sultan all too eager to hold up his end of the bargain.
You shall have camels, horses, an armed escort, provisions, desert vehicles, and tanks.
You're welcome.
Number 6. Injury demands, Superbad.
Oh, Seth! What the fuck happened?
Just get up slowly.
Physical harm apparently means little to the average person. At least, that's how we see the exchange that follows Seth, a teen seeking alcohol for a party, getting hit by a car.
Please don't report me, man. We can figure this out, right? We can figure this out, right?
Why the f wouldn't I report you? You just hit me with your car.
Because I'll do anything.
When the driver indicates his desire to make amends, Seth is quite willing to make his demands known. He requests that the driver hand over all the money he has.
Well, I'll be honest with you for a second.
Okay.
You better get us a shitload of cash or a shitload of alcohol or you're going to f***ing prison.
Only trouble is, the driver doesn't have much in the way of cash.
$7? Are you f***ing serious? This isn't enough for anything. What are you, a 6-year-old?
What he does have is an invite to a party where booze and girls await.
I'm going to this party right now, bro. Okay? It's got booze, it's got girls. Booze and girls equals, I don't know, do you?
Number 5. Donuts, eh? Strange brew.
Good morning. May I help you?
Yeah. We have an appointment with that guy there, eh?
Ah, donuts, the finest of food-based bribery material. In the 1983 comedy Strange Brew, our oddball heroes Bob and Doug McKenzie seek out a local beer brewery in the hopes of obtaining free beer.
I'm taking you to the loony bin.
And
I'm going to the brewery.
No way, go to the brewery. All right.
The McKenzie brothers hit a snag, however, when their way is blocked by a dutiful receptionist.
We made the appointment with him, eh? What's his name again?
I'm afraid that's private company business.
So naturally, they figure the solution is to offer the nice office worker not 1, but 2 delicious donuts. And the receptionist actually goes for the offer.
I see. Well, perhaps one of these would refresh your memory, eh?
It's such an odd scene, but that's its charm.
Go. It's a jelly.
Number 4. Slow realization, the other guys.
Gentlemen, please.
Remember us, Hotshot? Of course I do. Please, sit.
We sense that these cops might not be the sharpest tools in the shed.
God, this water is good. Terry, have you tried the water?
Shut up, Alan.
Coming from a particularly daunting explosion, detectives Gamble and Hoyts confront corrupt billionaire David Ershon, only to be distracted by the promise of sports and theater tickets that are most definitely not a bribe.
Hey, this feels weird sitting here. It feels like it's a bribe. It is a bribe. Son of a bitch, I saw courtside and I went blind.
The entire scene from The Other Guys is played for laughs, embracing how long it takes for the detectives to clue in on their situation.
That was a trick. No more.
Gentlemen, you have a choice. Mamma Mia or Jersey Boys.
While not a conventional bribe scene, it's a lot more amusing than most.
Damn it. Did it again.
Number 3. Whoa. Fargo.
All right, just keep it still back there, lady, or else we're gonna have to, to shoot you.
Not all monetary persuasion goes well, and sometimes violence ensues.
How can I help you, officer?
The inciting incident in 1996's Fargo puts hired criminals Showalter and Grimsrud, played by Steve Buscemi and Peter Stormare respectively, into the tough situation of dealing with a state trooper.
Yeah, I want to be in compliance. I was just thinking we could take care of it right here, in Brainerd.
The criminal duo gets pulled over, doing their best to talk and eventually buy their way out of a messy situation.
Put that back in your pocket, please. And step out of the car, please, sir.
Unfortunately for the trooper, it's just not enough to abate natural suspicion. Such a shame. Number 2, 100 Grand, Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
Sooner or later, Average Joe's is gonna close.
Some of the best bribes in film stand out because of their presentation. Late in this comedy film, gym owner Peter LaFleur is confronted by his rival, White Goodman.
I don't know if you've ever seen $100,000, except maybe in the movies.
Goodman, understanding Peter's doubts, attempts to convince him to sell off his beloved gym for his own good.
Money. $100,000. Dodgeball game. Take the money.
And then, to show how serious he is, Goodman brings out $100,000 in a briefcase. What makes this go from detestable to hilarious, though, is how small the 100 grand appears on screen.
But I assure you, something gets lost in the translation.
We're amused, Goodman, but not impressed.
Just sign the contract.
Before we unveil our #1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
I mean, I was never Mr. Popularity in high school, and I watched Fantasia a lot, and one day it just clicked.
Hey, Yappy, if you end the conversation, I'll get you an Egg McMuffin.
How about a sausage McMuffin with hash browns?
You got a deal.
So, you here to talk me into shutting up? That what's in that case of yours?
Yeah, basically.
Money. You think I want money? What I want is my morning back. I need you to give my time back to me. Can you give me back my time?
$5,000?
No.
7,500?
Not interested.
All right. 10,000 plus a GE toaster oven, a Litton microwave, a Cuisinart.
#1, aboard the Naomi, the Wolf of Wall Street.
Hey, fellas, come on board. Plank's right around there.
Here's a bribing scene that tells a lot about its characters. The Wolf of Wall Street stars Leonardo DiCaprio as the real-life businessman Jordan Belfort, known for his less-than-legal business practices.
You guys hungry? Want something to eat? Got some pasta, shrimp, lobster. I got whiskey, any kind of booze you want.
Belfort attempts to curb legal action by inviting the FBI agents investigating him aboard his yacht, the Naomi.
It's exactly what I wanted to hear. I don't see why a little sit-down like this can't be profitable for the both of us.
It should, right? It should profit the both of us.
It should.
Their conversation about business slowly turns towards bribery, and we get inside the characters' heads. Belfort thinks himself a master villain, and that results in carelessness.
I mean, in that particular trade, and with one trade, north of $500,000.
The lead agent Denham is cunning but inherently good, and neither will budge from their vantage points.
Oh, come on, you know what I'm talking about. Just say the same. I think what Jordan just did is if I'm not mistaken, you just tried to bribe a federal officer.
No, technically I didn't bribe anybody.
Oh, no, that's not the conversation.
No.
Do you agree with our list?
I don't know, do you? I don't know, do you? I think you do.
What's your favorite bribery scene from a movie?
Any more women and children?
Your money can't save you any more than it could save me.
For more captivating top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
And look who else we got. Roosevelt, and Jefferson.